Welcome back in to Varsity Focus Live. Greg Hammond and Brandon Shields with you here on this Thursday evening, joined by a very special guest. He is the head coach of the top-rated Southside Hawks, DaMonn Fuller. Coach, how are you doing today?
Fine. How are you doing today?
Doing excellent. Coach, put into words how fun or how challenging this basketball season has been.
It's been pretty fun trying to figure out the nucleus of the team, trying to put parts together to try to make a run to win another state championship.
I saw you early in the season against Madison, one of your first games, and it was very obvious that you were tweaking your lineup. You were working kind of like the mad scientist with all your different materials. Have you finally found that balance yet with your starting five, or six really?
We're still working with it because each day the guys are competing to get out on the floor, and basically whoever fits what we do, that's what we try to put in those positions. But the guys understand the program, understand what we're doing, and they're doing a great job.
Southside is 20-0. I guess that differs depending on who you ask. Help me out.
Yeah, we right here at 16 right now, but the guys just, we're trying to teach the guys that it's not about the rankings. We appreciate the rankings, but what good is it to be 16 or 17 or 30 and don't win a gold ball?
I think the surprise for the people outside of your locker room is the fact that you've been able to go undefeated and back ranked number one in the state, and you don't have that necessarily Division I stud everybody's talking about. Talk about these role players and how they've been able to really trust the system.
Basically, that's for us to be successful, we have to be able to incorporate a team effort, and that's what we've been focusing on and pushing every day in practice, and not having a D1 stud. The guys that we have are capable of playing collegiate ball. They just understand the roles and understand the things that we're trying to do to be successful.
Let's talk about some of these guys. Of course, I subscribe to the Jackson Sun, my partner here on the show, Jackson Sun sports columnist Brandon Shields. So there was an article recently about Tedrick Hughes. Tell us about that young man and what he brings to this lineup.
He's so versatile. He's able to defend, able to play inside and out. Brings some tenacity to our team, and also, he knows the game.
Speaking of tenacity, I think about his nickname is Red, the Jones kid. Tell us about him. He brings a certain tenacity and toughness to your lineup.
Yes, also a sophomore, 10th grader, who bought into what I asked him to do, and he does it every day. Every time he's on the floor, even if he's not on the floor, he's always going hard and giving us some more tenacity on the outside.
Talk about the senior class. I know you got some senior leadership. You've challenged Tarandis Smith. Talk about the dynamic of his role this season.
Tarandis is he's coming off the bench for us, our sixth man, and leading the team in scoring, leading the team in rebounding, or in the top 5 in rebounding, and basically comes in and glues us in ways that helps us throughout the game. Also understands what we're trying to do mostly all the time, because he's been here for 4 years.
Now, see, some coming off the bench wouldn't sit well with some kids. Some kids don't have that humble spirit. They don't have that understanding, hey, coach has a higher purpose, a higher plan. Talk about how he bought into what you're doing.
Well, as a kid, he asked questions, and then once I broke it down to him, he basically said, Coach, I'm good. He said, I'm fine, because most of the time, at the end of the game, he's on the floor. He's not sitting on the bench on the floor, but he knows that if he don't play 1 minute that night, or if he played 32 minutes that night, the ultimate goal is to win a ring as he received when he was in the 9th grade.
You're listening to Varsity Focus Live on WBFG 96.5. Greg Hammond and Brandon Shields visiting with DaMonn Fuller. He's the head coach of the Southside Hawks. They're ranked number 1 in Class 2A. Coach, you guys are undefeated, but you've had some close calls. How in the world do you go to Fayette, trail by 10 points, 14 points, and get out of there with a victory?
The kids, we had D. Cruz, my point guard right now, and he came in and got us settled down, and then Tarandis got us settled down, and then also Jordan got us settled down. and the guys just bought into what we were supposed to have been doing. Fairwear came out of the gate hungrier than we did, and it was an eye-opener for us to understand that we have to compete every night because every team wants to knock us off. And basically the guys were like, okay, we get it now, we get it. So it was just something that we needed for the kids to see that if they don't bring it every night, it's a possibility that you can get beat like that any night.
There are several teams who want to get one from you because we're entering the rematch zone here in district play. Talk about some of these teams that you're rematching that will be tougher to beat the second time around.
I think all of them are with us being ranked, with us having won a state championship, with us just being Southside. We go to Lexington on tomorrow night. It's going to be a tough matchup, and then you leave Lexington and come home Tuesday night for Fairwear. And again, each team that we're playing in this district, the kids want to beat the Southside. And, that's what I try to teach the kids. We are the Southside. It's not any other Southside in the state of Tennessee. So when you hear Southside, they know who you are, what you did, what you've done. So basically, you gotta step up to the plate every night and practice as well.
Now, you all continue to be paired up with 13 AA in the postseason. I don't know, do you read the Sun or get your coaches to look at the video? Is it too early for you to peek over in that other district just to see what's going on?
Most of the time, because January and February is different play. Kids, especially when the tournament starts, kids know that we got to go home. So that's an extra incentive for them to try to go and try to put you off. But you got to do your work during the regular season and take care of business, because if you don't take care of it during the regular season, it puts you in situations in the postseason that you may not want to face. Again, you got Westview on the other side. You got O'Brien, you got Crockett, and I think Dyersburg, would be the top four over there. And they're all playing great basketball. And Westview is a formidable foe. We've played them the last 4 or 5 years, and they ain't gotten better. The team that we was beating in the 9th grade, now they're all seniors. So, it's going to be interesting, but like I say, the kids over on this side, understand the ramifications of not winning their last game over there in that region. It means you have to travel on sub-state. So, we're just playing one game at a time, one opponent at a time, and try to do what we're supposed to do, and hopefully it'll take care of business.
Southside is ranked number 1 in Class AA. The Halls Tigers ranked number 1 in Class A. We visited with Winston Jarrett, and he's been doing this for 36 years. Knowing how tough the coaching profession is, to hear a guy over there in Halls has been at this for 36 years, to you, explain to us how difficult, how unique that is.
Being
at the same place, Coach.
Right. 36 years, that's real unique. Someone similar to Coach T. Willie Tyson and Coach Sam Grittis that helps me all the time. It's very hard. It's very hard to try to get a program put in our area due to the different schools that all the kids can go to. Him being in Halls for 36 years and putting that team together is something amazing, because you have to deal. He only gets what comes up, and whereas Jackson, you have open enrollments, you have kids can move and get to your school. It's a little bit more easier for us, but for him to be in that one area and be number 1 ranked in the state, that's a real accomplishment. Last comment:
what do you want to say to Southside alumni out there? Hadn't been to a basketball game yet.
We appreciate the Hawk Nation. If you haven't came yet, we'd love for you to come support us throughout the rest of the district and going into the playoffs and hopefully a state tournament championship.
He is DaMonn Fuller, head coach of the number 1 Southside Hawks. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.